It's finally here. It's road trip time. After months of planning and getting everything ready, we're finally taking our cross-country European road trip with stops in 3 different countries, and I am so excited. If you're new to this channel, I shared a lot about our experience traveling by plane from Canada to Portugal, and I've included some videos showing you guys our experience and what to expect when traveling with a small dog. I know a lot of you guys have been sending me messages about how it went and what to expect, so if you're interested in seeing more and you want more information, check out the links down below in the description box. If you're also interested in taking your dog for a road trip, I would definitely recommend following along because I'm going to be sharing with you guys all our updates on our road trip, and I can't wait to get started. So let's get back to our road trip. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, Sophie and I, along with my sister and my parents, will be traveling to 3 different countries and staying in 7 different cities. So this is one big road trip. We'll start off by driving from Portugal directly to France, where we'll stay in the city of Bordeaux. Then we'll travel north to Paris and stay there for a few days, and I am so excited to see the Eiffel Tower. I can't wait to take pictures of Sophie in front of it. After Paris, we'll head south towards the Mediterranean, where we'll pass through Lyon and stay in Marseille for a couple of days. Our next stop after France is Spain. We're gonna travel west along the Mediterranean into Spain, where we'll stay in Valencia for a couple of days, followed by a stay in the city of Seville. Then we'll continue along the southern coast and head into Portugal, where we'll stay in Bordeaux for a couple of days, and then in Lagos in the region of the Algarve. Altogether, it's 2 fully packed weeks of traveling and sightseeing with the Cavapoo puppy. Sophie has, of course, no idea what's going on, but I am so excited, and I really hope that you guys join us on this journey and follow us along as we travel to all these 7 different cities. Day 1 of our road trip starts off super early. We wanted to get an early start since we're going to be driving straight from Portugal to France without any stops, other than, of course, a few pit stops to stretch our legs, eat, and get some gas. The first city we're going to be traveling to is Bordeaux, and the one thing I really want to go see there is the Place de la Bourse, and you guys just have to see what Sophie went and did in front of it. It's so funny, and it's gonna be the one thing I remember now every time I think of Bordeaux. So let's get started on our journey. We're currently staying near the city of Porto, and to get to Bordeaux, it takes about 9 hours and close to 1,000 kilometers of driving. So we definitely had to be prepared for a long car ride. Sophie, of course, had no problems getting up early, especially when I mentioned going for a car ride. You guys know how much Sophie loves her car rides, but I don't know if Sophie knows for just how long this car ride is going to be, but I don't think she's gonna be complaining. Sophie and I started off our road trip together in the backseat, but after about an hour or so, I started getting car sick, which I should have expected because that's what usually happens. So I got bumped up to the front seats, but I don't think my mom minded all that much because she got to snuggle with Sophie the whole time. But I mean, who wouldn't want to snuggle with a fluffy puppy for hours on end? I definitely think that my mom enjoyed that. After about 3 hours and entering into Spain and passing by some really dense fog, we were getting closer to the France border, and you could tell there's a little change in landscape. Things are getting a little bit drier, and it was time to stretch our legs, take a potty break for Sophie, and grab some snacks.
Oh, Sophie, we need a movement break. Yeah, shake it off. It's a good idea. Sophie, we're in Spain now. We're in Spain now. It's different air. Hey, yoo-hoo. Sophie.
As you can tell, Sophie didn't really feel like going potty. She just felt like sniffing the fresh Spanish air. So we did a couple of laps around the parking lot just to stretch out our legs, and then we were back in the car again to do our next little bit of journey. One thing to know about Portugal is that a lot of people have emigrated out of the country to find opportunities in other countries. Countries like France, Luxembourg, Switzerland, and many other ones. Now, a lot of these immigrants come back in the month of August for their holidays, and they do this drive from these countries into Portugal. So their drive is very similar to the one that we are taking today, and spending upwards of 10 hours in a car at a time or more is definitely not easy on the body, and you definitely need to be prepared to bring lots of entertainment and snacks to help pass the time. It is really cool though, looking at the landscape and seeing how it changes from Portugal to Spain to France, and it's really nice to do it with friends or family. And I definitely think we should take some tips from Sophie in how to pass the time on a road trip and that's by spending it sleeping and looking cute. She definitely has it figured out and makes it look super easy. Most of you may already know this, but when you're crossing between European nations like Portugal to Spain to France, there isn't really a border like you're used to seeing between Canada and the US, which is more of a formal border where you have to show your passport and speak with a border security officer. Here, the only thing that tells you you've entered into a new country is a sign letting you know what country you're entering into. So just before we entered into France, we did another pit stop. We were getting hungry. We needed something to eat. Sophie needed to go potty, and I needed to give her something to drink because she was looking a little thirsty. Get some water. And then we're gonna get back into the car again and finally do our last little bit of journey and arrive in France. And I just can't wait to get out of the car and start exploring. I could honestly do a whole entire video showing you guys all of Sophie's different sleeping positions in the car, but this one was absolutely my favorite. Like, just completely spread out and relaxed. I love it. Altogether, to get from Porto all the way to Bordeaux, it took us about 10 hours because we did do a couple of stops along the way. And when we finally got to Bordeaux and I saw the river, I was just so happy. Here's a little sneak peek. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit. We're gonna go stop at the hotel first, and then we're gonna go and explore a little. Sophie, this is your first time in a hotel. Yeah, you look very relaxed already. Sophie? Are we at a hotel? Huh? How do you feel about this? Do you feel okay with the hotel? Why do you look so tired? You literally spent the past 10 hours sleeping. After checking into our hotel room and getting Sophie's stamp of approval on the room, it was time to get out and get exploring. There are many remarkable things to see in Bordeaux, especially given its long history. And one of those places that we wanted to check out was the Place de la Bourse. And I'm really hoping I'm pronouncing that properly. Not only has it been recognized by the UNESCO World Heritage List and it has amazing architecture, but also located in front of it is a reflecting pool. And if you've ever searched up this building online, Google Images shows an amazing reflection of the building onto this water, and it almost looks like you're seeing a mirror image of this building. So we definitely wanted to go check it out. The building currently is under construction, so it looks a little different, and the reflecting pool, when it finally filled up, had tons of people go into it because everyone just wanted to cool down from the heat. So I let Sophie splash around in it as well, and then she went and did something. Look at what she did.
Oh no!
Leave it to Sophie to pee in an inch of water in the Place de la Bourse in front of everyone in the reflecting pool. She couldn't have gone pee beforehand in all the grass that I showed her on the walk towards this beautiful place. No, she had to pee in an inch of water. Everyone got a hoot out of it. All the people around us were laughing, and she was just so funny doing that. And honestly, I'm gonna remember that every time I think of Bordeaux now. Next up, we went to go visit one of Europe's largest squares, which is called the Place des Quinconces. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly, which was really beautiful. And Sophie was really fascinated by the water that was coming out of the horse statues. Given our short stay in Bordeaux, it seems like they're quite accepting of pets, and Sophie was allowed into the restaurant with us while we went to go and have our dinner. She ate as well, and here she is underneath the table. Her eyes look so reflective and yellow because I had the flash on my camera because it was quite dark inside, but I discovered that she really does not like the bright light from my camera, which is understandable, and that's why she's trying to get further away from me. Unfortunately, we only stayed in Bordeaux for the one night because we did want to go to other cities as well. But so far, Sophie and I are having an absolute blast. After dinner, we hung out down by the river in front of the area we had been in earlier. And there's tons of people everywhere. It definitely seems like a very busy city. There's tons of restaurants, bars. There's even a massive Ferris wheel. So there's definitely lots to do if you want to come and check out the city of Bordeaux. So we're going to do a little bit more of a walk around and then we're going to head back to our hotel because we need to get some sleep. We're leaving early again tomorrow morning because we're heading to Paris. On our way back to our hotel, we passed by this incredible building. If anyone is from Bordeaux or has traveled to Bordeaux and you know the name of this building, please let me know down in the comment section. It was giving me extreme Harry Potter vibes, so of course I had to pass by it, take some pictures with Sophie, and it's just so incredible seeing the different types of architecture that there is throughout Europe. When we got back to the hotel room, Sophie started aggressively scratching at the hotel bed. I don't know if it's a territorial thing, a scenting type of thing, if she just needed to get out some excessive energy. She looked really cute while doing it, so I wanted to show you guys regardless.
Sophie, what are you doing? Hey, Sophie. Is this your first sleep in a hotel room? Yeah.
By the end of the night, Sophie is completely tuckered out and is ready to go to sleep. Although we had a very short stay in Bordeaux, I would definitely recommend it to anyone that's looking to travel to France, especially with a dog, to come check out the city of Bordeaux. But maybe make sure your dog goes potty on the grass and not in the reflective pool like Sophie did. Tomorrow we set off towards Paris, which will be a much shorter car ride than today's journey, but I definitely think Sophie doesn't mind traveling by car whatsoever. Let me know if you guys have ever taken a road trip with your dog and how it went, or if you've ever traveled to Bordeaux. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure that you do. We've got 6 more cities to check out, and you won't want to miss a thing. If you enjoyed today's video, please give us a like, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.